I don't know nigga.
What did you just say?
Oh, he said nigga.
Maya Denise Wilkes, what kind of situation did you bring up in situations? What? Somebody better get her because Peaches got a hot comb in his hands, okay?
Girl, you know what? No. I know that you crossed the line. But what were you thinking? She wasn't thinking.
Oop, I fucked up. I'm so sorry. Ooh, I was getting mad. I was getting out of pocket. I don't know how to have.
Your fake black ass know exactly how it happened. You just too damn comfortable with saying the N-word around too many black folks. Even if it came out, even if you came out of pocket or you got, I got a little hot. No, you know exactly what happened. You are being anti-black, and that is one of the worst words to use, calling a black person N-word, and you're just too comfortable. Every time a non-black woman gets with a black man, she thinks he has the right to drop the N-word left and right like some kind of slave master or some mouth-rocking bigot.
What's up, you guys? So there is a trending video going around right now of me slipping up and using the N-word, catching myself.
No, your fake black lifestyle ass did not catch yourself. You fully said the N-word, and then you realize you effed up. Your own words, not ours.
I don't know nigga. Oop, I fucked up.
And then you laugh about taking it as a damn joke and not serious at all.
And apologizing. Okay, so in this video, I was actually on a YouTube live and I was in a heated conversation talking about how I don't bring no anything ass dude around my children. And instead of saying that, I said, I don't bring no anything ass N-word around my children. I did not use the N-word to try to be racist or to be offensive or derogatory or any of that. I had stopped using the N-word in my video publicly since 2015, okay? Because respectfully, a lot of people were offended. So for my entire career, I took it out of my vocabulary. Now, let's be real. Let's be real. There's a lot of celebrities that are not black that use it in their music. There's a lot of regular humans that are not black that use it on a daily basis, use it.
Another thing too, man, you walk around here pretending to be a black woman. Black women, stop saying that she grew up around black people, she loves black people, she's influenced by black culture. First of all, she's not influenced by black culture. Black culture has no control over her. A definition of influencing somebody means you have control over them. Black culture has no control over nobody. Your culture is more of an ideology, something that helps and mold and move a community. Our culture has no control over her. She's Asian, she's Vietnamese. So her Vietnamese culture has an influence around her. And another thing about it, you're real on Vietnamese culture, they don't, respect people with dark skin. You some kind of disease-ridden vermin to them. She pulling the same old trip bag and coming to find out, she never grew up around black people. She only grew up around white people. If she grew up around black people, she still would not be having a black scent. Nobody does it. I mean, why are you trying to pretend to be a black woman? A lot of black people grow up around black people. Not all black people talk like that in that stereotype way. If somebody did a stereotype Asian accent, Asian would be up in arms, calling it a hate crime, calling it, you don't respect Asians, you don't like Asian.
I had stopped using the N-word in my video publicly since 2015, okay? Because respectfully, a lot of people were offended. So for my entire career, I took it out of my vocabulary. Now, let's be real. Let's be real. There's a lot of celebrities that are not black that use it in their music. There's a lot of regular humans that are not black that use it on a daily basis, use it.
You're making excuses the same way a racist make excuses. Let's be real for a minute then. The N-word is a white supremacist word. It created by racist people, derogatory black people, to dehumanize black people worldwide. So you are actually still using derogatory to marry in an A or ER, because A from the black people in the South who couldn't pronounce the word correctly. Because most African words end with an A, not an ER. So you are actually using it derogatory everywhere it goes. Even if you not hear what Tupac has to say about the word.
That nigga's in one of your records.
Niggas. He's
different.
talking about
Gers.
Niggers was the ones on the rope hanging out the thing. Niggas is the ones with gold ropes hanging out at clubs.
Well, maybe not everyone's aware of the differentiation.
They don't have to be. Everyone, if you're not a nigga and you don't use
You
that
just
word,
don't
you don't have
use
to
that
understand.
word.
It's just not one of those things.
Did you get that with your fake won't be black ass? Just shut up. Because a lot of black people been stopped using the N-word. A lot of black people don't use it. Only black people who sold their soul to record labels use that N-word. A lot of black people in the community don't even really use that N-word except for enter behind bottom feeder low like black people. A lot of black people be saying bruh, brother. You know, a lot of us went back to saying that. Well, and black people say, what my dude? A lot of black people, especially black men, we don't even use that N-word. We use those three words. What my dude? We use brother or bruh. That's pretty much it. We don't really use that word at all. A lot of black people been stopped using that word. Like I said, mostly celebrities and non-black people, perfectly Asians like yourself who think they're part of our community, use the word because they put their business in our community, turning into a hood, which is another term for ghetto and low-income communities. Yeah, so thanks a lot for that.
Use it all in the music or all publicly.
For me, call you a Chang Chong rice eating motherfucker. And I'm like, yeah, if you can find that in a song.
Let's be real. There's a lot of celebrities that are not black that use it in their music. There's a lot of regular humans that are not black that use it on a daily basis, use it.
You sound very childish when you say that. Well, I don't understand it when black people in music use it for a reason. Yeah, I heard black people use that as excuse too. No, and don't try to say that. Well, black people use it too. You sound childish. It's like you. That's like old saying, "Go if your friend jump off a bridge, will you do it?" Well, if this person do it, why can't I do it? If okay, they do it. Now you sound like somebody who's butthurt and petty. And black people been fighting for the longest to try to stop other black people from using that word and get it taken out of the music. Way back in the 90s with NWA, they've been trying to take that out, but they've been trying to get rid of that since then. The N word. Not NWA, but actually the people been trying to do it. The whole black community been trying to do it. You just make up excuses for your inner and your hidden racism. Don't blame it on the music, because before then, white people were saying the N-word in music way before black people even was. Get Tanner and his Skillet Liquors made a song called Run, N-word Run. They came out in 1927, and the album, and this track was produced by... And this was by Columbia Records, 1927. So don't blame having the N-word in music on black people when white people themselves were putting it in music way before we was. And also, this is actually a country song on top of that. I go further back. Even during slavery, they had a poem about the night doctors who used to be like, the boogeyman of the African American, the boogeyman of the African slave that was brought here to America. They used this N-word in the poem that was written. Here it is right here. So don't blame the use of the N-word in music and literature on black people, because we never even gave ourselves the identity. That's the identity we gave to our ancestors when they were brought over here, raped, beaten, and had the history and culture ripped from them. So I don't know what you're talking about. This is what happened with these so-called allies. They all lies. The N-word is a mockery of black people, African Americans, racial identity and makeup. No, because if a white person were to say this N-word, we would come down hard on them. That's called hypocrisy, people. There's hypocrites. They are come through saying that. The N-word has always been used in blackface minstrel shows. I mean, if a black person would call an Asian person, a racial slur towards them, or even call a Jewish person a racial slur, they have been canceled. It's been a whole nother story. And don't try to say, well, it's in movies and other form of entertainment. Yeah, but who allowed it goes on? Yeah, but who allowed all this crap to go on in movies and TV shows? It ain't us. A lot have been fighting against it, the use of that N-word. Then she come up with some this week behind apology. You know, down where she called her husband or ex-husband the N-word behind closed doors too. You've been with one black guy for like 10 years, had biracial kids with him who are blazing because you've been with one black guy for like 10 years, leave him and you go for another black guy. So you're just getting a lot of BBC accent and you think that entitles you to use the N-word and get away with it? Oh yeah, and I bet you his excuse of her even, and her excuse of probably leaving the black guy is, oh, he cheated. No, the classic reason for every woman, especially non-black women, to leave a black man is he cheated. She is using Black Lifestyle, an Asian version of blackface minstrel shows. That, you know, where Asian people run around, they try to use black people's racial identity to help project themselves into a better light or just use it to make themselves famous. That's the same thing that white people do a lot, and we come down on white people for this, but because she's Asian, y'all won't give her a pass? Hell no. What she did was freaking racist as hell. Because this is a white guy, they've been like, cancel him. This is a white woman, y'all be like, cancel her. Get rid of her. Well, the same excuse, the same reasoning need apply here too. And why was she even on Love and Hip Hop? What, for diversity? Love and Hip Hop supposed to be about black people, culture, and racial identity. Why was she even on a show called Love and Hip Hop anyway? Because she owned from nail salons in the black community, because she put on from fake black accent. She sound like Aquafina now. I mean, almost every Asian person is doing this crap, just like white people are. And you know, she's married to it. Like I said, she was married to a black man. And I looked up, she got 2 blazing kids and tried to say her kids is half black. No, she tried to say her kids are black. No, your kids are half black. They're blazing. They are not black at all. Let's be clear about this. Your kids are not black. They are blazing. Blazing is a Bond's word that black people use to describe somebody who admits heritage of Asian and African American descent. Your kids are fathered by a black man. No, you are an Asian woman. They make your kids blazing, not black. By you just saying your kids are black, you saying you as an Asian woman didn't count in making them. So don't even try that crap. You're just using your kids as a reason to project your racism. And yes, racist people will breed kids with black people just for the hell of it. That's to dominate them. You could dominate somebody with sexual activity as well.
Okay? I respectfully, I stop. I stop making videos using the N-word. Now, to be 100% honest, to be 100% real, do I say the words with my friends or people I'm comfortable with, people I grew up with? Yes. Okay?
And she just lets y'all know that she's very comfortable with dehumanizing black people. She just says she's comfortable with, I have friends who are very comfortable with me using the word. No, you have friends who are very comfortable with you dehumanizing them, disrespecting them, and embarrassing them. And you just come through like that because, you know why? Because nobody never stood up to you. And you're mad because now you got backlash for using it because of the African-American community. It's tired y'all anti-black racists, and now they're standing up against it. And you can't take it because since you made black people your economical base was really where you screwed up at, was where all Asian people mess up at, is because the economical base system. So now we can always boycott y'all and y'all go broke. That's the power of the black dollar. See, her problem is that she messed up making black people an economical base system. So if all African Americans pull out, unsubscribe from her Instagram, leave her alone, she will plummet because nobody Asian really knows her. Nobody Asian really put her up there. Black people need to stop putting these non-black people because they don't respect us. You don't have friends, you have simp black men and hood rats behind black women who sit there and take your anti-black racism. She is sitting right here lying. Why don't you ask her what the word is for the... Why don't you ask her what the N-word is in Vietnamese? Yes, because there is an N-word in Vietnamese. The Vietnamese create a N-word in their own language so they could call black people. You are saying because you are just using black people culture and too many simps black men and hood rats back you on it. Yeah, black men who are simps, who want some Asian fez or some Asian, sexual access are saying it. Or you got some hood rats who think up and down that, oh, I got some Asian me can look at my eyes. They don't be nothing. Those folds are at those eye folds, those Asian guys, those are actually prevalent in the Bushman tribe in West Africa. Yeah, so they have those eyes too. So that's not just inclusive to Asian people. A lot of black people who don't have any Asian DNA in them has those folds, or they kind of have single folded eyes too. And also you are a racist. Because you're doing anti-black racist because a white person would be doing this. We be all black people up in arms. So no, I'm not letting up on anything because you some kind of moral minority. I'm tired of this moral minority privilege that's going on, and you need to just check yourself because you're Vietnamese, not black, not African descent, or nothing.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all and act like my ghetto ass don't be slipping up and saying the words.
Your ghetto ass woman, you're not a black person, right? And also, ghetto ass is a derogatory term for somebody who is dumb, stupid, and ignorant. In black community, we call somebody ghetto ass, or even somebody say ghetto ass, especially somebody white say it means the same thing. You're dumb, stupid, and low intelligent. So that's insulting, period. And black people got far away from using the word ghetto, referring themselves to anything to be ghetto. Black people have been called ghetto by white people, meaning they're dumb, stupid, ignorant, can't talk or pronounce their words right. The same way you are talking is what black people get shunned for because they can't pronounce certain words. Now, somebody would do a stereotypical Asian, Vietnamese or whatever accent, you would be all pissed about. And you talking, the way you talk sound annoying. It sounds like you're holding a whole bunch of snot back in your nose. It sounds like you need to go blow your damn nose or something. And you bobbing, waving your head. What Asian woman does that? Black women do that. And stop this, Asian people grew up around black people. No, Asian people grew up watching black people on TV and just imitate them a lot. And was imitation not the form of flattery. If it was, blackface minstrel shows and blackface would not be sung like it is to this day. And also on top of that, if imitation is a form of flattery, why do Asian people get mad when white people make chingy eyes? I mean, when anybody make chingy eyes, stretch their eyelids back, you will not be up in arms about it calling it racist. You are being a hypocrite, and that's double standard. And you end up a cultural appropriator. You have no race identity of your own. So you got co-op black people identity. You are a black identity extremist, not black people. Like I told somebody before, black identity extremists are non-black people. That's Asian people, that's white people, that's Latin people. That's a whole lot of black people. That's a whole lot of non-black people pretending to be black. Those are real black identity extremists.
So if anybody is offended by the video, I truly apologize. But I'm going to keep it 1,000% with y'all.
1,000%. Heifer is only go to 100%. You don't know math at all. Only time a percentage ever went to over 100% was in the Avenger movie when Iron Man got struck by Thor's lightning and went to 400%.
Power at 400% capacity.
How about that?
Where the hell you get 1,000% from? Damn, you don't know math. Well, that stereotype about Asians is going out the window. Well, actually, when she started betraying black people, that stereotype went out the window. Because damn, this heifer is dumb. I see why the Asian community don't want no affiliation with her at all. Damn, they dodged a bullet with this dumb heifer.
A lot of people use it. It does not make it okay. This is a very sensitive topic for society today. Okay? So I will own up and I will apologize. And of course, I caught myself right then and there because it's not something I do public. I don't know, nigga. Oop, I fucked up.
You didn't catch yourself that after you said the word. All right, you didn't catch yourself. You realize you screwed up because you said it publicly. Like you said, you use it behind closed doors. So you are a bona fide racist. You're just not opening with your anti-black racism towards the public.
But I ain't gonna sit up here and lie to y'all, both face lie to y'all as if I don't use it in my vocabulary. Okay? So I do apologize for that, and I will do better for that.
Because you are a racist. You are anti-black racist. Anybody who use the N-word in their vocabulary on a day-to-day basis like it's okay is wrong. Now, if a white person or a black person walk up and call you a racist word towards Asian people, you be want to call them anti-Asian, Asian hate, all kind of other, stupid labels y'all got now. But it's alright for you to sit right there and call a black person N-word or say the N-word or have it in your vocabulary. You make no sense. You shame your whole Asian community and your family. I see why you're not popular in the Asian community at all. And who are you anyway? Didn't hear this heifer till I watched till like black media pouring it out on how she used the N-word. And what I'm saying, throughout all black media, she always used the N-word, and black people been against her for a long time. Man, black people, y'all gotta stop letting these low-life scumbags in our community. You see their own people, don't mess them. Don't let them.
My children are black.
No, your children are what is called blazing. Blazing is a Bond's word for somebody who is half black and half Asian. You have children with a black man. You did not have a black child because you yourself is not black. All that plastic surgery got you fooled, and you wearing the long extensive fingernails and all that weave in your hair, which y'all can stop saying black women wear weave, and clearly this Asian woman wear more weave than Shanae does and any other black woman combined. Because your kids are not black, period. Let's get that straight. They're blazing. Even blazing kids know that they're blazing. You sound like an inner-ass white woman who's racist as hell. You sound like an inner-ass white woman who just as racist as a Klan member and a spook hunter.
I date black.
Brother on my arm, no brother on your arm.
You couldn't even finish your statement without laughing. I think. No, you fool around with black men in the bedroom just like any other non-black woman do because y'all want that BBC accent, that soul pole, that chocolate tube steak, that black cock. That's it. You don't date black men. You only dating black men because the same reason why Jenny might as well black men because, white men usually up and don't want you. Asian men aren't attracted to you because they have a set and standard or Asian women they want. You're not something that they desire. So, your bottom line is to be with a black man. That's the only reason why you're with one. Because, also, you just want to capitalize on black economics too because you're ashamed of who you are. Also, you can't even keep a brother on your arm anyway. How many times you been ran through by a black man? You should have been a porn star. And it had nothing to do with your ethnicity. It's just the fact that, bottom line, girl, you just being all run through it. Nobody don't want you.
I love my black men.
Brother on my arm, no brother on your arm.
Oh my God.
What's going on, girl?
Hold on, did you just see that big dick? Did you just see that big, huge dildo?
Let's be real. That's really what Miha Luong sounds like when she see a black guy walking by. And Miha Luong is her real name. That's her Vietnamese name. That's the name that she is actually named. You can look at it right for yourself. Look, Miha Luong, which I'm probably hoping I'm pronouncing it right because that's what her name is. It's not no lovely Mimi. Because Mimi, that's one of the names that is heavy prevalent in the black community. That's one name that black women have as a nickname or an actual name. This woman really is trying to cop being, black and all that. But really, only thing she does, I love my black man. No, you don't. You see a big damn black dildo or a big black dick of Mandingo warriors, you just gotta hop on like a damn porn star. It's like a fetish for you. And notice how Asian women and white women who date black men always try and dress black and act black because they don't relate to a black man, they don't know how to relate to him or talk to him at all. They had to put on this fake black woman persona, wear cornrows, big bamboo hoop earrings, try to talk in that black accent. They don't know how to talk to black men. They don't know what about us. They don't know how to talk or communicate with us. They don't know anything about us. Like in that scene from what was it, Hair Salon, Monique in it, where the Asian woman she had cornrows in her hair because she don't relate to that black man at all. Think about it. A lot of black men want their black women with their hair natural. Asian women not wearing their hair natural. Then wear your hair natural. Black men go for it. Black men prefer to have somebody who's natural and real. All preservatives and no additives. And with non-black women, you get all additives and attitudes and no preservatives at all.
My friends are black. I have done a lot for the black community. I have done a lot of charity. I've done a lot of giveaways.
How come everybody want to act like they're down with the cause? It's because they be putting seashells and bees and nuts and soy and salad all up in their hair. That don't make no sense, man.
And then she turn around, what she did for the black community, she throws it back in our face. But you read this on the Progressive Report, she just stated the headline that said, Lovey Mimi, which is, Maya Long, I pronounce her name, her real name. If it wasn't for black people, my platform would not be anything. Yes, see, her own people didn't support her. She had come to black people because black people had this absurdity to support everybody but their own people. Let's think about that for a minute, black people. Y'all didn't support this heifer. She would never be nowhere. Just like with that Catch Me Outside girl, same thing with Cardi B, all these non-black people y'all keep supporting. Y'all stop supporting them. They would stop running to our community. We had to deal with all the anti-black racism because a lot of these people who come to our community are just racist people regardless, and they get there and they think they could talk down to us. That's the bottom line, people. And those are actually facts stated by her that see her platform is old to black people. So she could throw all this stuff back in our face about cast giveaway and prizes. First of all, you ain't gonna be throwing that back in our face in the black community. We didn't invite you in here. You invaded in there. You are a leech, a nester, a parasite. You came into our community. We ain't going to you. We didn't invite you in here. I'm so tired of black people that's letting all these people that's come up in our community and suck us dry. She would be nowhere if it wasn't for us. So, and just how she repay black people by disrespecting y'all, by disrespecting us as a whole and as black men as a whole. This would be a big time reality check for y'all. Because this was a black person doing this. Remember Shaq did a thing with Yao Ming that when he was talking the stereotype Asian language, they got offended by it. But we're not allowed to get offended by her. Asian media is not even pointing this out. And she did this during Black History Month, which is very more disrespectful.
Opened nail salons and taught and hired so many black women.
You say you own nail salon black community, so which one of your nail salons were beating the hell out of black women and you didn't say anything about that? It's amazing how you want to voice all this apology, all this nonsense that's been going on as you've been doing, using racial slurs and anti-black racism. And now you want to come here with a weak ass apology, but you wasn't saying nothing or voicing your opinion when, Asian women, the Vietnamese women were beating the hell out of black women in nail salons. And please stop saying, well, I hire black people. I'm not racist. I did a lot for the black community. You sound like a white woman who got caught being racist. That's exactly what you sound like. And this is another thing about black people. Stop letting all these people in our community saying they do this and that for us. And this is what happens when they do something for black people. They like to throw it back in their face what they did. Oh, I did this, I do that. When a racist person when somebody do any type of thing towards an Asian person, Asian people don't allow them to throw stuff back in their face. Oh, I do this for the community because white corporations, they do a lot for Asian communities and the organizations. And Asian people don't let that stop them from getting justice. And we as African Americans, as descendants of slaves who was brought over to this country, we need to stop letting everybody get over on us. And this is one reason why right here. The most racist people towards African Americans actually are the minority crowd. And she proves it by all her ignorance she said in this week behind apology video. So she basically did get plastic surgery, put them from fake black accent, put a whole lot of weave in hair, extension, long fingernails, and all of a sudden she down with the cause or she did a lot for the black community. I don't give a damn because first of all, when somebody attacked the Asian community who's non-Asian, like somebody white or so-called black or whatever, Y'all don't see white people throwing, oh, I did this for Asian community, we did this and blah blah blah. You don't hear nothing. You know, a lot of white businesses and a lot of white businesses donate money to a lot of Asian organizations, even set up a lot of Asian organizations. You don't hear white people throwing stuff back in Asian people's face now, do you? This is what happens when you let somebody like her, a non-black person, sell shop in your communities, and don't accept any help from people like this. This is the bullcrap when people talk about, oh, we are allies, Asian. Yale Para support Black Power, which is the biggest lie I've ever heard. They don't know what Black Power is. Black Power itself empathizes racial pride, economic empowerment, and the creation of political and cultural institutions for black people. Where you seen Yale Para support that? I've seen a lot of Yale Para make fun of it, and the actual definition of Yale Para is Yale terrorists. So I doubt black people won't support from a bunch of terrorists or people who claim to be terrorists, because it's not a good look for us who we try to build a brand new society and build up legitimate business. Take it further back, Black Power originated in political sense of expressing, raising from political goals from military self-defense against perceiving racist oppression in this establishment, a social institute and self-sufficient economically, including bookstores, black-owned bookstore, cooperatives, farms, and black-owned media, black-owned real estates, controlling our economic value in the black community. You don't see Asian people run to black-owned businesses in flocks like you do when they open up stores. And last time I checked, there's no black stores or black business in the Asian community like they are in the black community. The Koreans sabotaged the black hair care industry. And took it away from black people, and now they own it, and they suppliers and distributors do not even sell to black people. They make fake knockoff African hair care products that ruin black people's hair and cause a lot of hair breakage and damage. And also hip-hop empathizes heavily on Black Power, is rooted in Black Power, and Asians co-opting that. Are co-opting on that and hijacking it. So stop trying to say you do a lot of charity work. How much charity work have you done in the Asian community? Yeah, that's your community. I don't see her talking about, freeing black people. I don't see her doing anything.
Stay positive. Let them do what they want. Like for hair, if I like a cornrow, I wear cornrow. Only reason why you wear cornrow is because you got a brother on your arm. If you didn't have a brother, you wouldn't have no cornrow.
That's another thing I'm going to bring up. Only reason why she got black hairstyles and talking like that and got all these button jets like a Kardashian is that because she had to get a black man because no other man probably didn't want her. Did you ever notice how women feel unwanted? They always come to the black man, and you got these simps out here who takes her up. Like they got a prize. No, you got a crackerjack prize. You ain't got the first place trophy. You ain't run no Olympic medal. You have a crackerjack prize. Get over it. And another thing I want to address too. She said she got a nail salon in the black community. So which one of these Vietnamese nail salons were beating the hell out of black women with broomsticks? Which one of these nail salons do she owns? I would love to know that. Because these black women get beat up by all these Asians in these nail salons. She was quiet. I ain't hear nothing from her. And she talking about how black people help her with her platform. And she done a lot for the black community. Clearly you ain't done enough because the Asian people beating the hell out of black women with broomsticks and you didn't do anything. Asian men were punching black women in these so-called black beauty supply stores. You was quiet as a church mouse. Only thing we heard was crickets. Nothing from her. So much for that Yale Para support Black Power, and so much for that Black and Asian Coalition and Alliance, because I keep telling people it's not real, it's a myth. What they talking about is alliances. What they talking about is relationships and people being friends with each other, and that's it. That's not alliance. Those are people being friends, and that's it. This doesn't affect the whole community or whole organization.
Okay? But one thing y'all trolls is not going to do. One thing y'all trolls is not going to do is come up on my page and try to call me a racist, of which y'all not going to do. Y'all can drag me for saying the N-word all y'all want, but you're not going to come up on my page and call me a racist. Because one thing Mimi is not, is I ain't no goddamn racist, okay?
First of all, take some of the bass out of your voice, you heifer. Because, yes, you are a racist. You admit to that. You're using your vocabulary on a day-to-day basis. You use it all the time. You just don't use it publicly. And while I'm saying you have a long history of a track record of disrespecting black people, especially black men, you do blackface. Secondly, you do a black accent. You wear your hairstyle like a black woman. And third, what I understand is that in your previous photos of you, you did not even look like that. You had plastic surgery to try to look more like a black woman. You're doing what Asians call black lifestyle in Japan, where Asian people try to pretend to be African American because they want to be something that they're not, because they're ashamed of their own Asian heritage, something that you are ashamed of. Very ashamed of. And we can't call you racist. We're not going to drag you for the N-word. Because we drag you for the N-word, we also drag you because you are a racist. Don't tell black people how to fight a revolution. Don't tell us what we can and can't be upset about. Okay? If we tell Asians what they can and can't upset about, what they call oppression. Nobody's oppressing you, you minority. Calm your butt down and take some of the bass out your voice. You've been around too many darn simps who sympathize with your rotten behind vagina. I am so tired of people like her. You see, she's no different from a white woman who comes up in the black community who's been sleeping around with a lot of black guys, hanging with black women, and she learned how to twerk her little bony butt. You over here in the black community because you don't fit the aesthetic of Asian culture, because in your culture, Asian women supposed to be pale, a heart-shaped face, and skinny. Similar features that's in white culture. Don't come over here trying to muck up our culture. Man, you just need to take your butt back to your own community and stay there.